Hi, I'm Simon Webb, and in this video I'm going to explain in less than 4 minutes how and why the universe began. When we talk of a vacuum, we usually think of a space containing nothing, no matter at all. Imagine if we had such a perfect vacuum containing no matter and then surrounded it with so much lead that no radiation could enter either. It'd be entirely empty, yes? No matter, no radiation, no energy, nothing. In fact, it would not. It would be full of a seething mass of what we call virtual particles. These come into existence spontaneously and usually vanish again after a fraction of a second. There is no cause to these things. In fact, they don't come from anywhere for any reason. They simply appear and then they disappear. Photons, electrons, and so on. They're just in the nature of the vacuum. They're called virtual particles because they mostly just appear and disappear like little ghosts. Particles and antiparticles appear from nowhere, annihilate each other, then they vanish as though they'd never existed. We can see virtual particles at work in magnets like these. This magnet generates a cloud of virtual photons and we can watch the effect. See, that's all that magnetism is. It's virtual photons at work. Sometimes if enough energy is provided to a virtual particle, it pops into real existence. This can happen under certain circumstances near a black hole, for example. If there's a lot of energy put into it, suddenly the particle will appear. Most people have heard of the Big Bang and realise that almost 14,000 million years ago, the universe came into being, starting as an infinitely hot and infinitely dense speck, far smaller than an atom. This consisted of nothing but energy which, as that initial tiny spark expanded, condensed into the matter which makes up all the stars and galaxies in the universe. But where did that little point of energy come from in the first place? This is not difficult to see. Imagine, if you will, a vast and limitless sea of nothing, an infinite and perfect vacuum. Like all vacuums, it gives rise to countless virtual particles and antiparticles, as well as virtual bubbles of space-time. Almost all these fluctuations are microscopic and they annihilate each other and collapse back into the vacuum, vanishing forever. Occasionally, some of these manifestations become real and solid. Most are small effects, a photon here or an anti-electron there. But because the vacuum is infinitely large and the time endless, some of these things which become real grow larger and more frequent because of energy fluctuations which are also part of the vacuum. One unimaginably tiny bubble of space-time, billions of times smaller than an atom, appeared literally out of nowhere as a virtual phenomenon and then received a burst of energy which caused it to inflate. Behold, the universe is born. And there you have creation out of nothing, which takes place around us all the time, writ large. The birth of a universe rather than merely a subatomic particle.